I'm going to talk about something super important. It's the student life cycle. And so I'll be creating the student life cycle inside the overall process world, and also a specific standard documentation. I do have standard documentation for the students, so whenever someone starts a modality like Krav Maga, they need to register, there are contracts, documents, and in particular, tomorrow we'll have what's called the belt testing. And this is something that has to do with requirements. We already started with some of that in the system, but essentially go to pieces of curriculum and tests. And in a periodic basis, every 4 months, 8 months, 6 months, but we do it like 3 times a year. We test people out. Why do we test them? If the world was perfect, you would have like, and there are many modalities that don't use belts. Martial arts picked up belts, I believe. Probably I need to make a better investigation on that, but I believe the method as a progressive system, apparently from Japan, was you would start as white, something like this, then you become brown and black. Black meaning you know what you're doing, you've mastered something. It is a difficult concept in terms of when probably moving from a place where martial arts was mainly seen as self-defense, why you do need a belt, but the need for ranking or attribution of responsibility came from there. So in case of Krav Maga, we have five things: white, yellow, orange, green, blue, and black. And then in black, depending on the organizations, it goes from black number 1 or done 2, 3, 4, 5, and some of them go up to 10. My organization will go up to 5. I think that's more than enough, or go up to 2. I don't have that completely fleshed down, the grade number 2 and number 3 black. Because if you've done Krav Maga for at least 6 years, 6 to 8 years with a proper program that works on striking, grappling, ground, weapons, multiple adversaries, you should be good. There are many nuances to that. I will not get to this in this episode, but I'm helping out myself and building up a system with Claude that allows me and allows you, if you manage a complex system where it has to do with people developing capabilities, you do need to have them defined. Either have a curriculum. Think about these as when you go to college, you've got multiple things that you need to learn, and then you've got a test. That's it. Okay. Making it as simple as it is. Krav Maga has no competitions, makes it more hard. But historically, there is this interesting, I believe, definition from the founder of Krav Maga that said that if someone did like really, really good in a competitive level of a sport, I'm talking boxing, wrestling, you should have some kind of graduation in Krav. I don't know if this is true or not, but it makes some sense, because if you know how to fight, you should know how to fight. Besides the fact that you could not be fighting in the street, all that, but I'm going to avoid that. So that is the intro. You'll learn student life cycle today. I will work student life cycle. I'm going to work on my diplomas for today. Okay, so start sharing my screen. Second layout. This is getting better. I feel that in terms of okay, there's screen. Okay, interesting. Oh, this is our technical curriculum. Okay, and I've already uploaded that to Cloud Code, so that we have the student and the curriculum generator there. There we go. So, okay, now it is time to define a designated student cycle that starts from onboarding and hopefully through all else progressions and associated with the tasks and tasks and the milestones for each start simple. I believe it's important to capture student physical data. Physical data means physical performance data and dimensions, height, weight, plus or obvious plus student ID. And there might be a question in here that has to do with what's the overall most important life cycle to retain someone in martial arts or retain someone for your product. But I'm going to say that my case, their first 6 weeks and 6 months are really important. After that, people start to get acquainted, building more. So, but it's a hard thing to define the student life cycle, and I think it's going to take more than like one session. This is kind of like this will be version 1 as we iterate based on needs. I believe it is a database needed and currently registration data is in push press. But you could have any other CRM, and so this will be your customer life cycle based on what you do. Okay. I'll also give you my diplomas for my standard diplomas that need to be used for graduations. See yearly plan. Diplomas should have the name and number of issuing, since I'm going to sign it, since I am signing them, and the person name. Okay, help me plan out the tasks. And I found this very useful. That is ask Cloud Code on the planning mode. Yep. Tasks and ask me any clarifying questions. Also, wear your hat as a retention, and I think this is really important. Specialist. Say or mousing. Okay. The truth is, if people stay more, and you need to believe in your product. I do believe in my product. Be clear yourself. People stay a long time. I believe I've seen them improve across the many years. They become better. The business grows. They grow. They build their own schools. Life goes on better. So that's what I'm asking him to do. Let's see. It's a hard task, man. It's a very hard task. I think that's a very, very hard task. To be fair. I do think it's a very hard task. Okay, so it's that this is good because it's going back to things that I had in there in the past. So I still have no news about what I was doing before. That was this task over here, the access the new app to manage ads data, but sooner or later when it comes along, I will make sure that whoever are the other people in my ad account, they give me permission. And it's weird because it has very little things in here. That this is so let's see what it comes up with, right? Oh, okay. This is cool because it's picking up the data that I had before. This is pretty cool. The data meaning, like, if you guys remember, there is a process. Now that you know more, there's an overall. There's I think in the first segment of all of these, where I started inputting data so that you could analyze cohorts and then analyze what are the current existing students. What does that mean in terms of age? Because I do have students, and then based on that, understand my avatars so that we can replicate ads and bring more people. If you like the people that are working with you, in that sense, if you don't like them, don't use that. But if you need help on that, I do. It's called the avatar process over here. It's really small, but it is the avatar process, and it should be picking up. But I think this is a big thing today. That is, I can bring a standard document in here, stays as a template, and then it's always being used. Isn't that good? I think it's always good, man. My business, probably yours doesn't, but my business, it's so much good standardization, not dumb standardization, like what I've seen in many companies where you don't understand the value of the things that you are doing. I don't know if it's stuck or not, but I wanted to see. Okay. Okay. That's appearance, right? Open view. Nope. Okay. Wow, there's always stuff that you can. Okay, zoom in. Oh, I've seen the button now. Such. What is this? See it again. Let's see it again. View. View. Wow, there's a lot. Okay, so oh, it's this thing plus equal. I'm gonna try that. Oh, this is so cool. I finally did it with less. This is always a learning curve, right? So he's learning to do that. While he's doing that, I am going to try to pull up the process map so you guys know what I'm looking for. What I'm trying to put out there. So this is my technical program. This was a big, yeah, don't say. And I believe, was I here or here? Nope. Nope. Yeah, this is where I'm going to have to improve my stuff. So I have to improve my game. That is to show you and not be afraid of pressing the buttons. I'm still afraid of pressing the buttons in Cloud Code. Okay, there we go. So I'm starting to make questions. Okay, so this is a good thing because it does have yeah. And I think this is yeah. I think it's more something like this. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think this is the one. Local file. Yeah, definitely gonna start with this one. Well, I think this is an interesting question, right? Now they need to be done with onboarding. It's a combination, man. Yeah, I think this is a combination. And on 3 months basis can be self-reported or dash and using app sharing data such as Apple Watch, watch everything, or and we what? Yeah, the studio, we have an import amp. Well, I have got it in the books. I don't have it yet. So I think this is it. He's making the right question. I would ask these questions. I would definitely ask these questions. Okay, so. Oh, I got it. I found the process map. Um, interesting. You can do attachments in here. Oh yes, you can do attachments. Interesting. Okay. So I'm gonna download my diplomas and hand it over. we did. Yeah. I wonder. What? I wonder. I wonder how is it gonna read? But there is sometimes. I don't think there is no other way except. Um, yeah, this has been like a journey, guys. Okay. Well, I'm about to give them the copy. 6:03:28. So, and believe me, this if you run a business that for a pleasure to certify people and you have to work with them, and besides the characteristics that have to do with saying, okay, this is going to happen, etc. Um, the, the overall administrative load is always very high, very very high. It's just tremendously high. So just want to put that out there. Um, and I and the task that I placed for myself today was build a student database that where people will reside, because I know I sooner or later I'll quit. I don't know if I'm gonna quit push press because the application was made for that and it's like $100 a month. Importing everyone from there is gonna be really really hard. I think for me it's for me okay. It's more about the for me when you and we have to change from system 1 to system 2, man. You guys will see. If the moment you've got, I currently have like 70 students, and just thinking about having to transport everyone from one side to another, uh, credit card information, data from classes, etc. It is just like a lot. Okay. 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 Well, um, and it is my responsibility that these things get done. That is no one else. The moment you've got more people in the team, that's almost my case. You might have, and I think the point is that we'll have AI that do these things. So I've got the diplomas out there. Um, we don't do kids because then you guys will see that you see that would be like a crazy thing. Okay, PDF, Word, or any form. I'll drop it in PDF. Okay. Um, I'm gonna use for, I don't know, I need, got it, I don't understand what it is. Yeah, this took me a little bit, this is still taking me time to understand how you build when you are, okay. What does he have more? Okay. Believe me, this is when, here we go. So, because one thing that I should be working with Claude is to understand where do things go. So I mean, by default in terms of system, where my view is that this should be in templates. There we go. Okay, it's up there. Let's see. Now let's talk. Okay. Uploaded. From white to brown and anything more. Believe me, guys, this is the work. Okay, I think this is the work. It's gonna help everyone tremendously. Yeah, it's gonna help everyone tremendously. And that I've got a tremendous group of people. I not only I love them, but I just feel that if we don't work more for our students, don't work more for our product, things will not. They don't go as well. Okay, I don't think they don't go as well. So if you found the diploma, this is phenomenal, right? You've got a tool that finds things and starts working with them. Okay. Okay, so he's got the agents now. He decided this is still in planning mode. I thought that this would be better, start running from planning mode. I do understand it takes more time and if you're watching things and whatever, but I'll give you a view of what's happening around here. Oh, it's pretty cool, right? He's writing the plan. So remember, this I started with this, I'm going to say abstraction level. Okay. Move the window. No? There we go. I don't think I even made it easy for myself. There we go. Okay. Okay, so process-wise, we are in here. Okay. Scheduling instruction belt progression. We got the set of class driven curriculum. I do have the basic combatives in there as well. Interesting, because I haven't pulled them yet. So, okay. It does have the KPIs. And these are all the linked tasks that you've got in there. Okay, cool. But let's go back to the Lifecycle. It's very much focused on, it is in here about progression, okay. This is almost done, the capability testing ontology. These are all the types of tasks in here. It's almost there. Career planner, it's over here, retention alert. So it's starting to look better. I don't have, do I have any, I do have sub-processes. white to belt curriculum testing. This is going on. Gap testing on always. Yeah, okay. I'm almost there. Tracking skills process, schedule belt test, cognitive evaluation, work progression. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward, I think. Student skill data about curriculum testing criteria. I think one thing in here that is missing is whenever I do testing, I always take notes of what the student needs to work on. So that's something to increase. Okay, so think about my fulfillment is all of these are in here, student life cycle and class delivery. Okay. Let's go back to physical data from, okay, I think he's doing a thing that looks pretty cool. Okay. Okay, this is something that, yeah, this is true. Someone told like first technique master, I can help because this is really cool. Yeah, there's a call. Yeah. And I know it's more than 10 years, but the point is, yeah, I'm okay with the plan. I do have a body ID in there. I think, okay, physical measurements, height, weight, belt progressions. It does not have, but I think you can append that. Okay. I think this is not, okay, I'm gonna approve the plan. Okay, and I'm gonna approve this plan for now. I know there's something missing, but I'm gonna approve it for now because things need to move on. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy with what's happening so far. Guys, if you have any questions, comments, I would say just let me know, right? See, there's a lot of things to work on, right? And then as this thing ends, I'm gonna start with, need to go back to the left side of the process, that is finding the right customers and bring them in. And there's a whole set of projects going on in there. But Cloud Code is phenomenal. The point is working every day, making sure the tasks get done. And so if you have questions or doubts or something similar, and I believe I'm still, yeah, if you have questions or something in that sense, here we go. See what I'm lost in here. I'm trying to find Riverside FM. Let's see if it's over here. I think it was over here. Okay. There's a lot going on this laptop. But the main goal of today, build up student life cycle and not BJJ fanatics. It's definitely a good thing. But not ChatGPT. And this is why I think my computer is cracking down. 5,000 things open. Okay, going back to so everything is fully approved. I did move out of. I need to allow. I don't know if the moment you, because I was working on planning mode. Oh no, this is good, right? Because it moved from planning mode to to start executing. Cool. Because it's creating that database schema. Just imagine, the amount of money that we have to pay to do this type of thing. It would have been insane. Insane. Yeah, so start closing things out until I find Riverside FM. If that is not the case, yeah, now I know probably the cache of my computer is out there. So yes, guys, welcome to the life of a CEO that is putting AI to work. Definitely AI to work for the AI to work. Look at that. To improve the life of many. In my case, it's the life of many. I hope you can still see me. It's slow in the sync, but comments, suggestions, tools. We'll go step by step into each one. This is episode 6. Today I was dealing with student life cycle and standard documents. In this case, in particular, the diplomas. But there will be more standard documents, and imagine workshops, and later on, for example, we did CPR certification. We'll do stop the bleed certification. We'll also do specific things with gun learning how to shoot. For dry, most likely for dry fire, obviously, because we don't have that facility. But step by step, we'll get more people doing things properly, and with the help of, I'm gonna say, complex systems like these, that is developing a business, training people, and ensuring the delivery is good. So, wish me good luck for tomorrow. We have a tremendous graduation ceremony tomorrow. We call it capability testing. People are going to train for roughly 3 hours, sparring, testing their capabilities in a very friendly environment, but they'll be fighting. So, if you want to learn how to defend yourself, learn how to fight. That's my recommendation. And of course, in all times, besides learning how to fight, I think I heard Coach Firzayeb say, be a gentleman and a scholar, and gentleman scholar, it's missing in here a fighter, right? Be a gentleman, a scholar, and a fighter. But this appears to be very much like just focus on men, like people, be good for others, okay, but start being good for yourself, taking care of yourself and aiming high. Then learn about things. I call this the innovation mindset and the discovery mindset, and the execution. So it's like these 3 things, and also learn how to fight. Okay, these are 3 things, 3 super important things, I think. Enjoy, speak soon. Click the button below because not many people subscribe. I'll take any questions when you need, both on this fundamental project, but also in Chrome.